everybody! Just wanted to let all of you guys know that I'm going to be reading a story. So if you guys want to hear, meet me right here down at the school and I'll read it all together.
Come gather round with some rhyme to delight, next to our tree that shines so bright in the night. A Grinchmas treat is in store for you, with your storytime host, Miss Cindy Lou.
Oh, that's Cindy's mom. That's fun.
Hello, my Who friends, the big and the small. I'm Cindy Lou Who, only 5 feet tall. Now, let's read a story that's quite known to you about a guy whose heart never quite grew. So come, sit very close. I know we'll all have fun. Do you know the name of the mean old one? I bet you do. This one's a cinch. He's mean, he's green, and we call him
The Grinch.
The Grinch! That's right! This is my favorite book that I like to read to my class at school. It's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. No, or it could be perhaps that his shoes were on too tight. I thought you had shoes. But I think that the most likely reason of all has been that his heart is 2 sizes too small. He knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings. He snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his ridged fingers, nervously drumming. I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat. Then he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and chuckled. What a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. And the Grinch looked around. But since reindeer were scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No! The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. Then he called his dog Max. Max! Then he took some red thread and he tied a big bow on the top of his head. And he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hedged up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy-up!" And the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's latest news in their town. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. Then he slithered and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant, around the whole room, and he took every present. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who mouses. It was 1:15 dawn. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still asleep when he packed up his sled. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load on the tip-top to dump it. They're just waking up. I know just what to do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then all the Who's in Whoville will cry, boo-hoo! That's a noise, the grinning Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and it started to grow. Did you hear it? Did you guys hear the noise? But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, and bags. Ugh. Then he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a sword. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, here in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. Hooray! And he brought back all the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast piece. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. The end. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the tall and the small, happy jubilation to us all. Now I'd like to meet all of you. So meet me right over here and we'll take a picture or two.
There you go. So if you want to meet Cindy Lou Who, it's right after her story time.